you guys, thanks so much for coming back to Clever TV. We're here with the girls of ClevverNews because there is so much drama going on right now in the world of Robsten.
It is
so
true.
Chaos.
It is true. So we have Deidre, Behar, and Katie Krause joining us, and we're here to break down the story of all stories. Hollywood is in a full-fledged tizzy. Late yesterday, we received reports that Us Weekly was running a cover story that Kristen Stewart had cheated on her longtime boyfriend and Twilight co-star Robert Pattinson. Did you believe it at first? I was like, this is the biggest joke I've ever heard in my life.
Every day there's a new scandal splashed across the tabloids, and you know, someone like Rob and Kristen, they've been such a strong couple for so many years, and there's so many fake stories out in the news. You know, I just kind of chalked it up to, oh, it's another fake one. Nothing, no trouble in paradise here.
I agree, and a lot of fans were saying that the photos were maybe photoshopped or tampered with, and so I wasn't sure that I believed it until people actually reported on it. They had inside sources talking about the affair, and that's when I sort of was like, what? How could this happen?
And you definitely couldn't deny it once Kristen actually spoke out and gave a public apology to everyone.
A heartbreaking
about
apology.
The affair.
Yeah,
you
very,
actually
very
have
candid.
it written
I
down,
actually
right?
have it here. Kristen's public statement reads, quote, "I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused to those close to me and everyone this has affected. This momentary indiscretion has jeopardized the most important thing in my life, the person I love and respect the most, Rob. I love him. I'm so sorry." Wow.
I mean, I feel for her. It is part of being in the public eye that, you know, as a celebrity, what you do is going to get reported on, but you can't help but feel bad for her. Not that cheating is ever okay, but at least she's being honest about it and kind of putting it out there for everyone.
This is one of the first times that she's really professed her love for Rob in public. She's never, all these years that they've been filming these movies, everyone knows that they're dating, they're together, but neither of them have ever said, I love so-and-so, or really admitted to it. And I think that that's what's so interesting about the relationship. And so now for her to come forth, I mean, you know it's serious.
It's sad that they came forth as a couple on such a sad, down note. But like you said, I never ever condone cheating. I'm very passionate. I know you're really passionate about
I'm very
this too.
passionate
We all
about
are.
it.
I think
Yeah.
we are. All women as a whole. I mean, men as a whole too. But you know, infidelity is something that I just have zero tolerance for. But by the same token, it's hard enough going through some sort of infidelity debacle when you're just a normal person who doesn't have paparazzi and tabloids and media just breathing down your neck. You know, today, how many emails have we received? Update after update after update. And you know, this is a 22-year-old girl. And one indiscretion is now causing this whole media backlash. So I definitely empathize with her on that level.
I think we need to talk about the director, though. Married, 2 kids. He's 41. I just think that
He
there's
knows
no excuse for
Rupert
that.
Sanders.
Yes.
And I think something that was interesting when you just read the public apology from Kristen, she said momentary indiscretion. Because a lot of people are kind of talking right now, was this affair going on when they were shooting Snow White and the Huntsman together? Or was it really just a one-time kiss, as the photos show?
Well, based on
what do
her
you guys kind of
apology,
think?
I would say that it was a
One-time.
a one-time sort of thing. I mean, who
Right.
knows? People always talk about like emotional affairs. Maybe they were emotionally connected, but directors and actors do have those sorts of relationships because it is a very vulnerable situation. And that might have just one thing led to another. And again, people do make mistakes.
I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Do
the
it.
photos, they looked really, really cozy and comfortable together, and I don't think if it was a one-time thing, A, that it would have been caught the first time, and B, that they would look like that in those photos, and there are reports that there was something going on while they were filming. I guess that she was always around him and asking for advice, and he got her gifts, and people were a little bit weirded out, we'll say.
I mean, and even more so, his wife, Liberty Ross, who actually played Snow White's mom in the film, she was like Kristen's biggest advocate. She was like, we knew we found the girl in Kristen, and you know, her gung-ho all about Kristen Stewart. So interesting how things wind up panning out.
And he actually publicly apologized after Kristen did.
Shortly after.
Very shortly after, and you have that apology,
Yes,
don't you?
he spoke to People magazine, also exclusively, saying, "I am utterly distraught about the pain I've caused my family. My beautiful wife and heavenly children are all I have in this world. I love them with all my heart. I am praying that we can get through this together."
So this is the question. Are Rob and Kristen going to get back together, and are Liberty and Rupert going to stay a couple? What do you guys think?
You know what? For the kids, I just hope, that's the one thing that I think of. I just hope that they're sheltered from this. And at the end of the day, they are publicly apologizing because they are in the public eye. But really, this is none of our business. So I hope that they just all end up happy. I'm very, very impressed with Kristen Stewart that she, even made a statement. She didn't need to do that. A lot of celebrities never say anything. And the fact that she did that shows that I think she has integrity to own her decision.
Absolutely.
I think Robsten will stay strong. They've
hope
been
so.
so strong through everything they've been through, being in the limelight, especially with Twilight for all of these years. I think they're going to get through this, and I really hope they can get through this. I love them together.
Well, that's touching on something really interesting. What does this mean for the final film in the Twilight Saga, which they're just starting to promote?
Yeah, well, they looked so happy at Comic-Con
I know.
during the panel, and I know you interviewed all of them.
Yeah.
And so I think that they looked so happy, and that she was keeping this such a secret kind of breaks my heart. I don't know. I think that sales might go up. Because wouldn't you be curious
everyone's
to see?
chit-chatting about it?
I would think so.
I mean, two completely different situations, but there was a lot of talk about, is the massacre in Colorado going to affect the box office with The Dark Knight Rises? And the ultimate verdict was no, not really. So I think at the end of the day, the Twilight fans are going to show up, just like the Dark Knight fans are going to show up. And I think ultimately the film will be fine, despite any sort of personal, dilemmas that might be going on behind the scenes. They're professionals. They're going to work it out. I'm sure the media will be heavily coached when you guys go cover the Breaking Dawn premiere.
Oh, I'm
You'll
sure.
know what you're
No
allowed to ask,
personal
what you're not allowed to
questions, I'm
ask.
sure.
Yeah.
So any other final thoughts from anyone?
I hope they all make it work, but this is a really, really sticky situation.
Yeah.
So wish
I
them
think
the
we can
best.
all learn from this.
Yeah.
That in the heat of a moment, you can make a really, really awful mistake that can just affect you, domino effect. Your kids, your wife, your career, your fans. I mean, the list just goes on and on.
But something really good.
Act responsibly.
Yeah, one of my favorite
I
things,
know.
though, is that forgiveness is not a sign of weakness.
Never.
It's okay for fans out there to forgive Kristen if they feel like they need to, or that's something that they're allowed to do. And it's not going to make you any weaker. So I
No.
hope everyone thinks that way.
She's a great girl and a great actress at the end of the day. So what she does in her personal life, the argument can be made what she does in her personal life is only
Stays
for
in her
her.
personal
It's
life.
just for her. It's for no one else to judge. So
All right. Well, it's a sad, sad day in Hollywood, but
It is.
life must go on, and we actually want to hear from you guys. Do you think the movie's outcome will be affected in the end? Do you think Kristen is going to get a ton of hate? Do you think Robsten will stick together? Let us know what you're thinking. Get the discussion started in the info section below.
That's right, you guys. And share your thoughts on this sad day and how you think it's going to turn out. Thank you, as always, for watching Clever TV. I'm Joslyn Davis with Dana Ward and our friends from Clever News, Katie and Deidre, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.